Hi, I'm Dom Hind, and fuck, I'm nearly 50. Actually, I'm nearly 48 and charging towards the next chapter like I mean it. And today's guest, you already know her. Shannah Kennedy was on this podcast earlier this year, and that episode quickly became the most listened to. Why? Because she doesn't just help you make vision boards or set fluffy goals. She helps you take control of your life on your terms. So as the year wraps up, I wanted to bring her back for a special in-person episode to talk about exactly that, how you close the year without regret and plan the next one with purpose. Because too often we roll into the new year burnt out, reactive and unclear, promising we'll figure it out later. But Shannah's here to remind us, tomorrow starts today. Saying yes to one thing means saying no to another. You are the asset. You need to protect it. And in this episode, we talk about how to reflect on the year that's been, honestly and gently, what questions to ask yourself before the year ends, how to stop people pleasing and start protecting your energy, or why clarity is your best friend going into 2026, what you can do in the next few weeks to close the year feeling proud, not panicked, and then make sure that the new one is set to perform its goals. What we really need is that clarity, and that clarity helps you make sure that you are not drifting into the next year. So let's get into it. Let's go, because fuck, I'm nearly 50, and isn't it amazing? Some guests just leave a mark. And for this show, that was 100% Shannah Kennedy. Her first episode was the most listened to of the series so far. And if you heard it, you'd know why. She's a master coach, best-selling author, and the queen of clarity. She helps people design their lives on purpose and not on autopilot. Shannah taught me to define my values, protect my energy, and stop saying yes to everything out of guilt. Although I'm being crap at that at the moment. And now she's back in person. Yes, in person, to help us close out the year with intention and set up the next one without the panic, pressure, or people pleasing. Shannah, welcome back to Fuck, I'm Nearly 50.
Oh, it's so good to be here in real life, in person. I'm like, oh, these people get to see you in person. I've got to come back in person.
Yep, and I'm so glad that you are here. Let's start here. What's the one thing you do at the end of each year to reset your mindset?
I think the end of the year is a silly season for everybody, and everybody is got that limping to Christmas feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I take a whole day off, like one day, and go down to the beach, or I call it like soaks day, where you're soaking rather than drinking soaking. You're soaking maybe in a hot spring, or you're gone to a health centre for the day or some massage for the day, to just press pause for a moment. Just give yourself one day to reflect.
Yeah.
To actually sit down with a pen and paper and reflect on, wow, how am I feeling? What went well? What didn't go so well? Maybe lessons I might have learnt. What was my word of the year? Did I stick to it? What am I learning about myself? Because we keep evolving. And right in the middle of the craziness, when everyone thinks they can't take a day, I bet if I booked a day out for you, you'd do it.
Yeah, wow. That's a great thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you literally do. Yeah.
It's like stealing a day for yourself, and everyone's finishing up at school or whatever. And it's luxury. That's what I call luxury.
Yeah, it is luxury. Well, time is actually luxury. So having that day to yourself to just sit there. See, even as you said that, I'm like, oh, Camp Cove Beach in the sun.
With your little chair. With a pen and paper.
Yeah.
Maybe with some nice music, not a podcast music.
Yeah.
Like, just be a human being for one day out of the 365 to just be you, and to just maybe even be grateful for the year.
Yeah.
I think it's important.
I think it is, to be grateful. We don't we're not grateful enough. Even just the little things, even just giving yourself that time is a good thing to be grateful for.
Yeah, and grateful for being healthy, or maybe not visiting a hospital, or grateful that, you know, my family's healthy, or, you know, it's not how many clients did you have and how many books did you sell, and it's actually not about that. When you sit still, you go a lot deeper.
Yes. What's the first thing you recommend people to do honestly when they reflect on the year?
Is not focus on what I didn't do so well, because a lot of people say, oh, it's another year and I didn't lose weight, or I didn't pay off the mortgage, or I didn't do what I said I was going to do. None of that's helpful. So maybe focus on a couple of the wins that really resonate in your heart, that you're proud of, and sit in that, sit in and bathe in that for a little while first. But I find a lot of people just say, well, I didn't do that and I didn't do that. And the win might be a work win, but maybe think about yourself, because we work for the business of self.
Yeah. And even if it is the holiday, or, you know, last week I got to spend my Nan's 93rd birthday with her in Tasmania, and it was amazing. And, you know, like for me, reflecting, that is a win.
That's a huge win.
It's a huge win.
It's a real human win.
It is a human win. Yeah. Okay, good.
Yep.
How do we close out the year without focusing only on what we didn't do?
Yeah, which you said. Yeah, focus on what you did, but also maybe how you're feeling.
Yeah, okay.
You know, because we have to get out of our head and into our body. And I find that I get in my head very quickly, like all of us.
Yeah.
The head's pretty foggy also because of, you know, menopause at the moment. But when I allow myself stillness, it's like sitting the glass of water down.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you stop stirring it and let it sit, the sediment drops to the bottom and we have clarity. And all of a sudden we're like, oh, why am I doing that? Why did I say yes to that? And, yep, I'm just going to back off a little bit. So, yeah, stillness first.
Yeah, okay. I think that is, a nice thing to think about too, just being still.
When were you still last?
Yeah.
Like with nothing, like not with Netflix, not
No.
with, you know, one of my little hacks is I sit in my car. So I'm in the supermarket car park and I might stay there for 15 minutes, just still, perfectly, because no one can bother me there.
No, unless someone touches, are you okay?
Yeah, are you okay? But no one's going to bother you there, so I can actually sit there and just let go and just breathe and just be still and just feel what's going on in my world rather than just what's on the to-do list. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
It's also one of guests on here, Dr. Craig, he said not only is being still great for your mind, but it's also getting you to feel what's going on in your body as well. So, you know, that stillness actually allows you to listen to your body.
It means the body can catch up to the brain. It's like the Gatorade station. It's that stopping. It's taking a few beautiful breaths for yourself. I've got this amazing app, which is free, by the way, called the Breathing App. Funny that.
Yeah.
And I set it for 5 minutes to do 5 by 5, 5 in, 5 out, which is very hard for people to do, slow breathing. And it's the one breath pattern that regulates your whole nervous system.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, oh, surely I can do that in the car park.
Yeah.
So I love it. I just do it all the time and nobody knows I'm doing it.
So the breathing app.
They're my brain breaks, and it lets my body catch up. And it's like stopping at the Gatorade stations in a marathon, because we run a marathon every day.
Yes.
We're all athletes of life, as we talk about. We're athletes of, you know, leading the family, leading the job, leading everything. We need to stop at the Gatorade stations and just take a breath. And that breath is beautiful. It's so beautiful. And you might make a different decision after you've taken the breath.
Yes. Well, you're coming from a different place where it's probably a little bit calmer than one of reaction.
Yeah. It's a response rather than a reaction. Yeah. And it's is this good for me? Does this serve me? Is this what I need to put on my plate right now? Why am I doing this? For a pat on the back? Or am I doing this because I truly feel it's really important to me?
Yep. Okay. I've had 2 people now this week say to me, you need to be honest and actually be really clear on, is this serving me and is this not? Because stop saying yes to things.
Yes.
And it's
a
only
disease.
Monday. It's only
Disease to
Monday.
please,
Yeah.
remember?
Yes,
Yeah.
disease to please. Yes, that is it. How do you know when it's time to say no and protect your energy, which is a good lead on?
Yeah. Well, if you're an athlete and you're feeling a sore knee coming on or your calf is cramping and you don't address it, it gets worse and worse and worse. So as we have that disease to please, it's just that tank, that oxygen tank is just going down and down and down and down and down. And then all of a sudden you're burnt.
Yeah.
So that burnout becomes a health scare, usually a health scare. It's if you don't listen to your body will make you listen.
Yes.
So there's people with, lumps in their breasts. There's people with fatigue. There's people with now presenting autoimmune diseases. That's all happening in midlife.
Yeah.
Because we're addicted to achievement and we're addicted to the to-do list, and we need to learn to pace a little bit more.
Yeah. And breathe.
And breathe.
And stop.
So I did study breathing all year this year. That was my
right.
That was my goal, is what is something that I can study that's actually going to help me for the rest of my life in any situation, whether it be to fire myself up or to calm myself down, because the breath is like a remote control and it's the only system that you can override in your whole body is the breath. So I thought, wow, that's the most powerful tool. I think I'll study that. So just doing some breath work this year has really helped my energy a lot.
Really?
Yeah, no burnout, none, zero.
Right. How often do you give yourself that time to breathe?
Well, I don't have time to meditate.
Yeah.
I'm not going to meditate if I'm honest with myself, really, really honest.
Yeah.
But I can afford 3 times a day, morning, noon and night, to do 5 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
And that could be before your school pickup.
Yes.
It could be, after school pickup. It could be when you wake up, when you go to sleep. I put it on to go to sleep, that pattern.
Yeah, right, okay.
And that's all I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I know myself.
Yeah,
I'm not going to sit there for 20 minutes. It's not going to happen.
See, it's funny. Like I'm 3/4 of the way through a 66-day meditation challenge, and I'm supposed to meditate twice a day, and I can get the first one in, but I just can't. Like the second one is just tricky, and I try and commit to it, but it's hard. But every time I do it and just have that time to be still and breathe, it's amazing, but it's the time.
Yeah, it's the time and it's the commitment when you're in a really busy time of life.
Yeah.
Unless
And
you're
time of the
really
year.
obsessed. If you're really obsessed by that's your thing, meditation, but your thing is also exercise and being social. And if it's just your thing, you can do it. But if you've got multiple things, I think it's a bit much.
Yeah.
And you've got to also think about your personality.
Yes. What are you saying? You always say tomorrow starts today, and it's one of my favourite things in the world. How does that apply as we enter into 2026? Oh my goodness.
I know. I think it's focusing on your nighttime routine. You know how everybody talks about your morning routine and you get up and you win the day. And we do that with the 3Ms, the make your bed, move your body, mindfully breathe. Then we pace the day, the marathon, with the breath work in between.
Yes.
But then how do you finish? It's actually how do you set up tomorrow to win? So what are the structures you put in place? So, after dinner I brush my teeth because then otherwise I'll eat on the couch.
Yeah.
For sure, it'll be 8:30 and I'll be looking for some morsel of something. So I already feel good that I'm not going to do that. And then a bit of stretching, a bit of legs up the wall while I'm watching Netflix, because that's what I want to do. I want to watch Netflix. I love it.
Yeah.
So how can I make my routines get me ready for tomorrow? And part of it is we have to honour recovery. So if we're going to be these really fast, super duper achievers, we have to build in a little bit of recovery that's doable, not time out.
Yeah.
That's actually on top of what I'm already watching TV. So I can stretch. I can put my legs up the wall.
Double track it.
Yeah. Yeah.
How can you make the nighttime routine stick when every night is different? And, in the mornings we've got our alarms that set us to wake up, which we then can go through and make the day work.
Yeah.
But how can we do it at night? Is it the same thing?
It's the
Set an
same
alarm?
thing. Like we all have dinner,
Yes.
right? So anything that you can tie into your dinner routine. So when you have dinner, you might be doing the dishes. What do you do after the dishes? So I would prep my breakfast, soak my oats for tomorrow, brush my teeth, might write in my gratitude, might put my face cream on so that when I'm finished watching TV,
you're ready.
Just go to bed. I don't want to start all that stuff. It's too hard. So tie it with something that is already done all the time.
See, it's interesting for me because with kids still needing to be, I put them to bed, put them to bed, do a meditation with them, all that stuff. It's every night is different because sometimes they finish at different times and, there needs to be that flexibility. But I think
so maybe after dinner, you do you first.
Yeah, okay.
And then the kids. So it's finding what your recipe is. And I think for next year, that's a challenge for people is to not only win the morning, but if athletes don't do their nighttime stuff correctly, they can't show up the next day well anyway. So I'd love people to stop doing what's sabotaging them.
Yes.
Which is maybe
late
eating
night
on the couch.
Yeah.
Watching the 5th episode.
Yeah.
I binge watching it. Like have a time where you do stop, like 9 o'clock, and then do what you need to do. It's not starting to do more. It's actually dropping off things that are not serving you as well.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good thing. Why is it important to plan life, not just goals or resolutions?
Because goals are just a little map for the brain. Life is the big picture. Life is, but how do you want to feel?
Yeah.
Do you want to feel connected to people? How do you want to feel physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually? It's bigger. It's so much bigger than a goal. So the life thing is, when you do a vision board or something, you're putting up pictures of how you want to feel.
Yeah.
Oh, that woman up there, she's 20 years older than me. I'm 55. So I always think of my 65-year-old self, 75-year-old self. What am I doing for her? That's bigger than just a goal.
Yeah.
Goal is short term for me. You set a goal every season, as we talked about last time.
Yep.
One goal per season, every 12 weeks. That's it. That's enough.
Yeah. I love how you always say, I use my 80-year-old self because I always do that. And even at the gym when we're lifting weights and we're asked, do we want to do another set? I'm like, no, but my 80-year-old self really wants to, so let's do it.
Isn't it amazing how it overrides your brain?
It overrides your brain.
I know. I do the same. I don't feel like going for a walk in Melbourne today because it's raining sideways. And my 75-year-old self says, move. You need to move for me. You need agility. You need to be out there. You need to constantly be moving. Take the stairs. She gives me a pat on the back.
Yeah.
So when you really focus on it, it sounds quite weird, but think of psychology. You have a new best friend, which is your 10-year-older self. And that's who you're working for and serving and deciding why you're not going to waste that money because she wants that for her personal trainer or whatever she might want. So it makes the brain just think a lot bigger than next year.
Yes. Yeah. I like that. What does a values-aligned year actually look like in practice?
I think knowing your values is always number one, which we've always talked about.
Yes.
Which is asking yourself, what is the most important thing to you in the world today?
Yeah.
And it's usually your health, your family, achievement, in harmony, freedom, creativity, something like that. And where are you going to say no? Where are you going to protect your boundaries this year?
Yes.
Where are you going to shut the gate and stop giving we talked about the tomato plant before. I'm going to write a book about tomato plants. And people just keep giving away their tomatoes.
Yeah.
And there's none left.
Yeah.
For the right people. The people that really matter to you get the worst side of you because you've just been trying to do too much on your to-do list. And I think it's really important. If you want to be values aligned, you have to create a structure or guidelines for yourself for the year ahead.
Yeah, I think that is very important. What's the biggest mistake people make when setting goals for the new year?
They're not committed. So say you with your meditation, for example.
Yes, thanks. Just pick on me for that. Yes.
Trying means I'm going to try and do it, but I'll maybe allow some excuses to come into play. So I've had to pick up the kids, or I'm a bit tired, so I'm not going to do it. Too busy, not going to do it. But when you commit to something wholeheartedly, you just do it. And what people do is maybe think they're committing to things that they're not really committed to. So if you're going to write a goal or set an intention, only set one, but make sure you're real. Because what happens to your confidence when you don't do things? You get angry at yourself.
Yes. It's
So I'd rather set one. So I said, I'm going to learn how to breathe this year.
Yes.
That's it.
Okay.
Signed up for a 20-week immersive.
Oh, wow.
I had to show up every week. I had to go and live in Jindabyne for 4 days in the bush and become certified and master it. So I only had one goal.
Yes.
For the year.
And that was it.
So if you have one goal for the year and you create a structure to support it, your confidence goes through the roof because you're winning all the time.
Yeah. How did you feel at the end of being certified?
Oh, amazing. I'm like, I'm 55 and I'm still learning. This is so exciting. What can I study next? And it was connection with like-minded people also interested in it.
Yeah.
It was very community focused. I can now go and teach it at schools to kids.
Oh, wow.
I can go to hospitals and teach it. I can teach all of my clients, which I already sort of do anyway. But I can take it into prisons. I can take it anywhere now. So women in domestic violence who may not have taken a breath for 10 years.
Yes.
A safe breath.
Yes.
To be able to hold space for them and teach them how to breathe would just be incredible for me in the future. So there's so much opportunity. So only commit to things that really light you up.
Yes. Okay. Good. How do you plan for things that don't fit into a spreadsheet, like joy, connection, and rest?
Oh, yeah. I love those. Well, if you have a spreadsheet.
Yeah. Or a diary.
Or a diary.
Or
a plan.
Right, yeah.
You should be free to be joyful.
Yeah.
And creative and spontaneous. So a lot of creative people that I coach balk at, I don't want to do a plan or a 12-week plan or a life plan or a 10-year plan. But when we get them into it and they do it, they actually find that there's so much less in their head that they become more creative, more joyful.
Yeah.
Because they're not worrying about anything.
No.
It's all on paper.
Yeah.
And our job as humans on the planet is to collect, I call them balloons, all day of gratitude, let go of the dark ones.
Yeah.
We've got beautiful water, you know, we've got amazing equipment here. We've got lovely lady over there producing.
Thanks, Maro.
Yeah, thank you very much. And we've got this opportunity to have a conversation, to share it globally. I mean, there's so much to be grateful for, that we have a car, a pillow, a bed, food, a refrigerator, a kettle. So I go around just collecting my balloons all day. I'm so joyful.
Yeah.
So lightness and joy are two words for me that are very important every morning. Approach today with lightness and joy.
Yes.
Just show up.
Yeah.
For a play date on the planet.
Yeah. Play date on the planet.
And we're not surviving. We're not, you know, miracle workers healing people and doing heart surgery.
No.
I'm not saving lives.
No.
But I think what we can do is enjoy this day on the planet and spread joy and be creative and let go of some of the black balloons.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think it's so when we first met was in 2017 and just sold with Collective, and even then it was so much of the unknown. And back then I think I was wearing so much black and navy, and just because that was the uniform, that was what you had to do. But I think by you introducing the light and joy is when I started wearing colour and just making sure that it's fascinating how colour does bring joy. But not only joy, it also makes people come and talk to you if you're wearing colour. And it's fascinating because you have so many interesting conversations that you would normally not have had.
Yeah, and you're such a role model for that. Like you are Miss Colour. But
I am now.
but it's all.
But it is.
It looks like joy.
Yeah.
It's creative.
Yeah.
It's expressive.
Mm-hmm.
It lightens you up
Yeah.
completely.
Yes.
You put it on, you feel good.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
You
is.
don't need a plan for that.
No,
you just
don't
show
need
up with
you
lightness.
just show up and do it.
So every morning I'm like, okay, I've got to collect balloons because last night I put them all away.
Yeah, right. Every day is a new collection.
Every day. So how many did I collect today? Oh, not many. Oh, that's not good.
Mm.
You weren't living a grateful life then.
Yeah, right.
So part of my passion is to live a grateful life because I think we live in an incredible country.
Yes.
We're incredibly safe. We have a lot of opportunity. So to live a grateful life, you have to constantly be collecting moments of gratitude.
Mm.
So the visual for me is just the girl running around with the balloons who's light and joyful and colourful. No black on me today.
Are they all the same colour balloons or are they different colour? Okay,
different.
great.
And
I'm
it's
happy with that.
I even painted a picture this year in
Oh, I saw that. Yes.
I do paint by numbers
Yeah.
because it has to look good. So paint by numbers, this girl running through the fields with all of her balloons and even painting that made it be a part of me.
Yes.
Really a part of me. Every stroke was, yep, this is what I'm really committed to, living a life of gratitude. And so, I'm in the taxi, I'm on the plane, there's a metal tube that's taking me into the sky.
Yeah.
And
Don't know how
there's
it's
a lot
yeah.
to be grateful for, right?
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
So when you really wake up and live wide awake like that, you don't need to set big goals.
No. No, yeah, you get the joy in the small stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. What does your personal 2026 plan look like? And can you share a sneak peek?
Well, it is a year of big change because my husband is finishing his job after 24 years.
Yes.
And we will have a bit of another gap sabbatical, which is always very hard because they're scary, where you actually don't work for a period of time.
Yes.
So he is committed to at least 6 months to a year.
Wow.
To fully recover, to restore,
Yes.
to come from a place of overflow, to see what unfolds and not plan it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very excited for him and I will go on lots of trips with him,
Yeah.
as I will. So it is a year to not be super focused for me.
Yes.
It's actually going to be a year of spontaneous.
Yeah, right. So you're living in flow.
I'm going to just flow wherever it takes me, which is really unusual because every year it is quite structured but that's all been because I've had school kids and now both of my kids have finished school.
Yes.
I want to run around and collect balloons and be free. And then that next decade, what will that be about? And I think you need a bit of stillness and a bit of joy and then you create again.
Yeah. You probably need a break too.
It's a little bit like athletes after the Olympics.
Yeah.
They don't sit down the day after the Olympics and plan the next 4-year schedule.
No.
They go and be free for a bit.
Mm.
All the footballers are overseas now being free because football's finished before they come back. And
Yes.
I think everyday people don't allow themselves to do that.
I think you're right. Even when you are between jobs, you have minimal amount of time, or if you do, it's
You
like
panic.
Yeah.
So the gift of the gap
Yes.
is to give yourself space, to create stillness, to find joy, to come home to self, and then create from there.
Yeah. Okay.
And not panic. And you've been through this.
Yes.
Don't panic. There's a lot of rides in the playground.
Yeah.
There's a lot of jobs out there. There's a lot that we can create. We don't have to do it all this year.
No.
We
think we do.
We've got 20 years to achieve a lot. We don't have to try and do everything all at once.
Yes. Yes.
Pace the race.
Pace the race. Okay, good. What rituals or habits help you reset at the end of the year?
Well, it is taking that day off,
Yeah, the day off.
to really
Yes.
sit down and just be a human and feel my body. And am I, I'm still here.
Yeah.
I like to definitely do an end of year sort of summary for myself in the journal.
Yes.
I also like to look what Chinese year ahead it is. So this year was year of the snake.
Yep.
Shedding.
Yes.
Next year is the horse.
Oh,
which
right.
is embodying.
Okay, I am a horse. Okay, right. So what does the embodying mean?
Well, I have to do a bit of research about that. But it's
Okay.
about this year was a year of pruning and tidying up and shedding. It was, stop doing things that don't serve you anymore and sabotage you, or people, like just gently moving away from some people that don't serve you.
Yeah.
So next year it's like really being your true self. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, that'll be good if you're in flow in that state as well.
Yeah. And I think we can't be in flow all the time.
No. Yeah.
It's a gap.
It is.
It's the pause part, because if you're in flow all the time, you sort of don't know where you're going.
Yes.
And the brain does need a map.
Yeah.
So when you are having a stop at a big town on the map, it's like, let's just stop and enjoy the town a bit. Let's not drive through. So give yourself time sometimes. And there are pivotal points in life. Midlife.
Mm-hmm.
Midlife is the chrysalis.
Yes.
Caterpillar. No more, I'm not a school mum anymore.
Yes.
We have to dissolve that part before we become the butterfly. So there are certain points in life where it is good to flow and let go and then reset.
Are you mentally prepared for not being a school mum?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I am, because I have a life plan, remember?
Yeah. Okay.
So
good.
probably 5 years ago, at 50, or even before 50, I think it was maybe 9-10 years ago, when I was going, okay, I'm 45, I'm going to be 50. By the time I'm 55, I have no kids at school.
Yes.
So my mind was already seeded. So I was already talking to women who had no kids at school.
Yes.
How was that for you? How did you do that? What did you do? I was talking to women who were going through menopause because nobody was talking about it.
No, not back then. No.
Not back then.
No.
Even 5 years ago when I was 50, nobody talked about it. So I was at health retreats asking Chinese doctors about it. I was preparing. I was really preparing myself. So I've actually really enjoyed the whole thing, the whole transition, because I did quite a bit of research.
Yeah. Because it's interesting. There's so many women that I know that when their kids finish school, they just fall off a cliff because they have invested so much of themselves in their kids and
need to
not
do the
in
work.
themselves that they don't know what to do.
Send them to me.
Yeah.
We need a plan. So for that, I think is, yes, it is very normal for our identity to be in our title, which is the school mum that does everything, or your job, but that's really dangerous. So we need to be a whole person who also is a school mum.
Yes.
Or also goes to work, but we need to come back to self, really come home to self.
Yeah. And I think that is something that we tend to forget at times, is that you have to be happy with you before you can actually be giving.
And my daughter finished year 12, and within 3 weeks she said, I think I'm going to do a gap year, and moved out.
Oh,
and
wow.
I thought, oh, hang on. You're supposed to be home till you're 26, remember? 27. And she said, no, I've got an opportunity to go and live on the Gold Coast.
That's
so
right. Yes.
I really want to take it. Mum, what would you do if you were 19 years old? Was her question. Very smart girl.
Yeah.
I said, oh, honey, I would have already gone.
Yeah.
So off you go. But that was hard for me because it was extra quick.
Yes.
Whereas my son, who's 21, still lives at home, but he's hardly ever home. So it's really my husband and I, but it happened overnight rather than I thought it was going to take 4 or 5 years, and it didn't.
Yeah, it was quick.
And she's thriving. So
that's good.
Healthy birds leave the nest, they say. So I must have raised independent, adventurous kids. But that was tricky for me. But I took a lot of breaths.
Yeah. Well, you were trained in it
this
year, so it was a perfect
It was a
time.
good distraction.
Yeah.
So I think for a lot of women who are experiencing this change, study is an incredible distraction to all of the emotions that you're feeling that you don't want to ruminate in for too long.
Yeah.
So just by focusing on the study, I had a new purpose that was fresh and new and different.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a lot of time to feel sorry for myself.
Yeah. Okay. That's a great tip. What are you saying yes to in the new year, and what are you leaving behind?
Oh, that's a big one. I'm definitely saying yes to more adventure.
Mm-hmm.
So more trips, more going away because I can now.
Yeah.
So all my old excuses don't stack up anymore because my husband likes to travel a lot. I do have to look after my dad though. He's 85. So that's the other position that women find themselves in their 50s is
Yeah.
also looking after the parents. So that's a consideration. But yes to a lot more spontaneous fun because we're in our year of flow and just
Yes.
saying, well, why the hell not?
Yes.
And no, I'm going to let go of probably just being the good girl all the time. You know, I have let go of a lot of that, but I still do a bit of that.
What, as in the people pleaser? Yeah, right.
What's
It is
right,
hard.
doing what's right.
It is hard to let go of that. Even though you know you should be doing what's right for you, it's still hard.
But you still want to see you're still pleasing your parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? It's and they seem to lose their filter a little bit. I know my dad will never listen to this.
Yeah.
So but they do lose their filter a little bit and need you more, and it can be quite brutal. It can be quite brutal. And I think we just get this freedom of not being a school mum, but then
you've got
we've got the other side.
Yeah.
So it's a tricky time to navigate. So just to flow a little bit and ease up on yourself, having to achieve all of this stuff right at this minute, that will come later again, I think. I think post-menopause, which nobody talks about, is when we can come into our great wisdom. We can achieve enormous things, incredible things in our 60s. And I'm really excited for that to come.
Yeah, that's good. It's funny. You say that the parents remove their filter. I've totally removed my filter from my parents now, and I'm just like, no, that's just not good enough. No, no. I don't think they know how to handle it, but it's
good.
I think I need it too.
Yeah, sometimes you need to. You have to set your boundary.
You have to set the boundary,
which is really important. But yeah, it's a tricky time to navigate the 50s, I think, in so many different areas. There's so much happening. There's so much change happening. Your body, you get a new brain with menopause.
Yeah.
You've got aging parents. You've got kids trying to be adults. And who am I without the school system?
Yes.
Which is a really big transition for them where they have to find their identity. Very tricky. The first year out of school, very tricky for kids until they find, oh, I don't see my friends every day at school.
Yeah.
It's all taken away. The structure's taken away. So everybody is going into that cyclone at the same time. But that's what I really prepared myself for.
Okay. Get ready for the cyclone. We've still got a few years left.
Yeah,
flow. Okay. A few true or false questions.
Yeah.
Burnout is just part of being successful.
Oh, totally false. Totally false. You know, I'm going to say false around that because that means you haven't cared for yourself properly.
Yeah.
And you haven't had boundaries. And that means you're not a high performer. Because athletes have boundaries. They don't burn out. They're quite selfish.
Yeah.
But that's why they're great. So we need to take a little bit of that.
Yeah, okay. Yes. You need to hit rock bottom to reinvent your life.
Disagree. That's false.
Yeah.
Yes. I think we can reinvent every 12 weeks, every season, like nature. And I really love taking nature into account when we're thinking about ourselves and how transitions are slow, but seasonal.
Yes. Yeah. It's a great way to think about it. Saying no makes you selfish.
No, saying no makes you self-empowered.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Good reframing.
Yeah. Yeah. Self-care is not selfish.
Yes. Midlife is too late to start over.
I think we're just beginning.
Yeah.
It's funny. I said to someone the other day, I feel like, I've written 8 books. I've taken women walking around the world. I've raised my kids. That was the runway. And I'm about to do my best work. It actually feels like that's bubbling inside me. That this was all like the pre-run, the warm-up.
Yeah.
The best stuff's coming. So, I think midlife it's incredible.
Yeah, I do too. If you're not busy, you're falling behind.
that's a wonderful society sort of word that we're addicted to, busy.
Yeah.
I think slow and steady wins the race, and we need to pace ourselves, and we'll do great things. Because just because you've ticked more off your list, it doesn't matter. No one cares. No one cares.
What do you think? Because whenever I say to anyone, "How's your weekend?" "Oh, busy." Like, I don't care. Like, everyone's busy. Like, what is a better response than saying that they're busy? Yeah, terrific. I had a great time.
You're in charge of your diary and
Yes.
you booked all of those things in, correct? So you're the creator of your life. You're the creator of your list. So could you find a new word for describing how you have created your life? So I always say terrific.
Yes.
It was terrific. It was great.
Yeah.
Because I chose that.
Yes.
I booked that in. I said yes to that. So when you say busy, you just told your whole body that it's exhausted.
Yeah. Okay.
So be careful what you train the brain with.
Yes.
So whatever words that we're saying has a direct impact into your energy and your health. So I'm very protective of that.
Yeah,
I do not want that in my body.
No, busy equals exhausted. And it is.
So think of all the supplements everybody's taking.
Yes.
And then you say you're busy. You just undid all of those supplements.
Yeah, right.
So just be careful of language. Language is really powerful. Yeah.
Okay. Planning takes the spontaneity out of life.
Well, we know that's not true.
Yeah.
It allows it in.
I agree with that. I do agree that I could, and I think I was probably one of the people that said, what? I'm not going to write down my 10, 20-year plan, but it does, because you can actually go, okay, when are the kids going to be in their year 10, year 11, 12? Okay, can't do big trips in those years, or if I do, need to be at this times. When are they going to stop wanting to come on holiday? And it does give you that structure of what you can do and what you can plan for.
So imagine if you didn't have a plan.
Yes.
And you're driving along.
Yeah.
And you just want to stop wherever you feel like.
Mm-hmm.
In the long term, you wouldn't be going anywhere. You wouldn't get anywhere. So we sort of need a bit of a plan for the brain, a bit of a structure, because the brain needs a roadmap. And once we've got our plan plotted out in the GPS in the car, you can relax and drive. You're relaxed.
Yeah.
Because you're not thinking about where to turn. It's going to tell you. So if you're relaxed, you're going to notice the scenery and you're going to notice that great donut shop over there and you're going to stop.
Yes.
And be spontaneous because you're not worried about the rest moving forward. So people live with enormous amount of underlying worry. Am I going to have enough money to retire on?
Yes.
What's going to happen to my health? When am I starting that diet? Because if I'm 60 and I'm still carrying lots of weight or I'm not fit, it's not going to be great, but I haven't got a plan, so I live in worry. So when we have the plan, we can be spontaneous and, our radar's out there looking for things to add to our plan.
Yes.
So it becomes really exciting.
Yeah, okay, good. I like that. Your worth is tied to how much you do.
I think the worth is tied on how you impact others.
Yes.
Even the barista.
Yeah.
You might smile at the barista and say, I always say, thank you. I love your coffee. I love how you make my coffee. It's like I'm the first person that's spoken to them for a week.
Yeah.
Because they just see disgruntled people who are tired, angry, hurry up with my
busy.
coffee. I'm busy.
Yeah.
And I just take a moment to say thank you. And that's when we talked about goals, living a life of gratitude. It's just being kind. It's maybe doing some random acts of kindness. And those kind of things is better than being busy.
Yeah.
Because it's soulful and you have to lie down with yourself every night.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good thing. Okay, so the last question. Try this before you're 50. So last time you came on, your thing was to create a life plan, but also to try something and push yourself a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Define the values, get clear on what you actually want, and start saying no to the things that drain us, which I work on that every day.
Yeah.
I try to work on that every day.
Yeah.
What do you think, now that you're back here in person for the second time, what do you think a try this before I'm 50 challenge should be?
I think stillness, because I think it's the one thing that's missing, and it's causing autoimmune issues for people, cancer in people, disease in people. It's all gotten very fast. Everything's at our fingertips now, except for stillness. And the minute that anyone is still, they reach for their phone.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've been challenging myself to be like the dog a bit and just sit still and maybe just look at the garden or notice the plant. Or I think if we're a little bit still occasionally, we're going to make much better choices and plan better things for ourselves, because we're not going to react. We're going to sit there, get out of the head, into the belly, through the breath. What does it feel like in my gut to commit to this?
Yes.
In my belly.
Yeah. I think it's interesting, the stillness for people, like even for me, I know that being still can be uncomfortable at times because it makes me start thinking. And, at times I would much prefer to have 100 things on my to-do list than to sit in the stillness.
It's very uncomfortable.
It's very uncomfortable being still.
So Louise Hay, beautiful Louise Hay, who started Hay House Publishing at 60, by the way.
Yeah, right.
She said your growth only happens when you're uncomfortable. So get comfortable with being uncomfortable. So when I sit still and it's really uncomfortable,
yes,
I challenge myself for another minute to sit in the uncomfortable, and everything starts settling.
Yeah, right.
It's really strange. And that's where the gold is. And that's where I make better decisions.
I know, I do, yes. It is something that I need to start doing. And I mean, even with the meditation, it's different than being still.
No, being still is
nothing to do.
You might be in the cafe, instead of standing in the queue with your phone, swiping, you could be just being still. And you could just be absorbing the world and noticing what's around you. And I actually find that more people come and talk to you and want to be near you when you're calm and you're confident and you're grounded than when you're hyped up, being a crazy overachiever. I'm addicted to achievement, as you know.
Yeah.
I achieve a lot in my days and in my months, but it's doing it like Roger Federer.
Yeah.
Calm pace, confident pace, just being in control of myself. It's a nice place to be. It's actually a really nice place to live inside.
Yeah.
And when we get out of the head and into the belly, the only way we can do that is through the lung. The lung opens the door and says, I've been waiting for you. Just take a breath, please. That's why I gave you the sticky notes.
Yeah.
Even 3 beautiful breaths. Beautiful sticky notes.
Beautiful sticky notes that say stop, 1 minute reset, stop and pause, take 3 breaths, open your awareness, proceed with calm clarity, breathe.
They're your Gatorade stations. So I've got them in my car. I've got reminders, visual reminders, because we need signposts.
Yeah, we do.
Without the signposts, we keep driving past everything all the time. So, it's been a really interesting year this year for me of change.
Yes.
But really soulful and exciting.
That's good. Is there anything that we didn't cover that you wanted to cover?
I think that rather than being afraid of the 50s, lean in. It's beautiful. It's deep. It's soulful. It's coming home to self. It's a little bit messy.
Yes.
And it's okay, because it's actually in that time when you sit still that you come home to self. I think it is a remarkable time of life that nobody tells you about.
Okay. Yes, I know, and they're only just starting to talk about.
And a lot of them are, it's going to be terrible. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not if you do some of the pre-work. If you do a bit of a warm-up and you do a bit of research for yourself and you do a bit of a plan of how you want to feel during those transitions and what your promise is to yourself, it's a magnificent time of life.
Yes, I think it is. But you have to take the time.
You have to take the
You
time.
have to take the time.
Yeah, if you don't, you will be walloped.
Yep.
Yes.
And forgotten.
And forgotten and walloped. And it might be really messy. So, yeah, take your time, do the thinking, do the stillness.
Yeah.
Take a day off occasionally just to be unbelievably uncomfortable and go and sit on your chair at the beach or whatever.
And I do think, don't have your phone.
Yeah,
just
no
don't
phone.
have your phone.
No phone.
Have a notepad, pencil, and just be.
Yeah, it's unbelievable what will pour out of you if you give yourself space, safe space.
I can already feel the sun. No. Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you for being here in person.
Great to be here.
Lovely to see
I
you.
know, we could talk for hours. You know that.
I know.
Hours and hours. But I think for the listeners, it is an exciting time. You know, there's so much to learn. We've got our brain fog and all those things going on, but we do take in a lot. Yeah. And I think be very careful who your role models are and how you want to show up in the future.
And who you spend the time with as well.
And who
I
you
think
spend time
is
with.
a big one.
It's a good time for pruning.
Yeah. Yeah. Tomato. And look after the soil.
And look after the soil.
So thank you for coming back and reminding us that midlife isn't a crisis and that it is a choice, and a choice that we can make an amazing next few decades. I do love thinking about the future self, and I always will make a decision based on my future self. It's why I stopped running, because my future self would just not like it. No, the joints, just not at all.
Exactly.
And it was a powerful reminder that clarity isn't a luxury. It's a tool. Same with taking the time and the space that you do actually need. And
clarity only comes in stillness.
Clarity only comes in stillness.
That's my big message.
Okay, good. And if it is one thing that we can close the year out on, it's making sure that we do make that time for ourselves and sit and be still. So
even in the supermarket car park, just stop.
Yeah.
Just sometimes my kids say, they used to say, Mum, you're so long at the supermarket. I say, it's so busy. It's so busy down there. But it wasn't. I spent 20 minutes in my car just being still, taking a breath, just letting my body catch up to my crazy brain.
Yes.
It's my stolen secret moments. Yeah. They're beautiful.
And I even, when I went to pick up my kids from school, I can always remember you saying, take the moments before you pick them up to settle yourself, because as soon as they get in the car, it's going to be crazy.
It's crazy town.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
so exactly. I used to steal, well, I still do. I think I did it 3 weeks ago, that I stole the moments when just before I picked them up, I had 10 minutes and I was like, that's it. I'm just going to do, I did a 10-minute meditation, but I felt great.
That's so good. And then when the kids get in the car, don't ask them any questions.
No.
Wait.
Yeah.
Let them have some stillness, settle into the car, drive off. Hi, kids. 10 minutes later, I'll say, how's your day?
Yeah. I think that is a big one too.
It's too much for them.
They don't, well, you're the safe space, and then they're in there and they don't really want to talk to you right away.
No, they don't want 25 questions when they've just survived the school playground. Like, just give people space and teach them stillness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It is a good skill to have. Okay, so as we close out 2025,
Year of the snake, we're shedding.
We've shed it this year into the year of the horse. If you do want to learn more about Shannah's work and the books and the amazing things that she's doing, all the links will be in the show notes. If you've enjoyed this episode, hit subscribe, share it with your friends, and just take a moment to be still and even just have a day to yourself, just for you, no one else.
No one else.
Just for you. Because, I'm nearly 50, and isn't it amazing?